Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday with Linda and Elaine from Sierra Sewing, Quilting and Vacuums in Reno, Nevada and Carson City, Nevada. And here we are again on another beautiful spring day.
Right. It's nice. It's supposed to be about 60.
I think it's nice across the country right now.
It's been nice,
Yeah, so welcome to our What's New, Short and Sweet Wednesday. We show items that are new or back in the store new sometimes, some of the things that we have today.
Yep.
And so everything that we have today that we are showing is again 15% off from now until tomorrow morning, no matter whether you live or you watch us recorded at any other time this afternoon, this evening, or in the morning before 9 a.m. though.
Exactly.
Tomorrow.
And it's an online sale, so please make sure you order online.
Yes. And if you have any questions during any of this, please ask us. If we're live right now, Jared and Carrie are over there. They can answer your questions as we're going along. Please ask them, because if you have the questions, somebody else does.
Exactly.
And we can
or
get
even
those
suggestions about something that we're talking about. We love it.
And Jared, he'll let us know the question, and we'll give you the answer right here. And I'll let you talk about the shipping.
All right, so we have a couple different ways for your products to get to you. You can have that shipped, and if it's $100 or more purchase, then the shipping is free. Or you can pick up here in our Reno store, or you can have it picked up in our Carson City location. So we got a lot of options for you. So if you're out of state, out of area, we can ship it to you. But if you're local, either store can take that for you.
And we get it shipped within
the day.
Yeah, within the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
absolutely.
All right. So again, if you have any questions, also share us with your friends.
Please,
your fellow
it shows so much how much love for us if you can share and heart our videos. That would be fantastic.
Even your non-sewing friends, because they might see something which we've had happen that they want, and
they're gifting. They're even gifting for their friends because they know that how much they love that product. So yeah, we've had that many times. It's been great.
All right, we're going to get started here.
And we're going to hit it right off with a new quilt kit that we just finished. It is called
Fernway.
I'm like, I know that.
Look that word up there. I looked that word up the other day, and I was like, oh, that's what it means. And then FERNWEH. Let me grab it here. Go ahead.
Okay, so this one, what was the size on this one again?
This one is 72 by 72.
It's beautiful. We have the entire kit is for your entire top and your binding. And then we did back it with the wide back of the same fabric line. And so we have the wide backs on sale also. So you can have the exact same ones. We use I'll pull up this one so you can see it a little bit better. This is what we put on the back of our sample.
Yes, and just so you know,
it's beautiful. And then I'll show you the blue one, so you have an option if you want to choose.
Oh, Carrie, it says 4.5 yards. How much is the wide back backing? Do you know?
There you go.
72 inches, right?
Yes.
2.5 yards
of
the wide back.
So 2.5 yards of the wide back if you go with the wide back.
Fernway is a German word that translates to a longing or sickness for far off places.
Ah, that's right.
Essentially a desire to travel and explore.
There you go. All right.
That's kind of fun.
It would be interesting to see how the designer named it this. But yes, I did look that word up, and it was interesting. But the kit is normally, let's see, $86.99. You'll get your 15% off of this today only, brand new.
Turn it over so maybe they can see the fabrics a little bit better, just in case that doesn't show up so well on the quilt. And we also actually have a couple of patterns left. We have only, I think, 2. So if you are looking just to have the pattern because you want to make something with different fabrics, we've got a couple of patterns left too. So, but it is really, really beautiful. It's it's Moda Fabrics. It's just gorgeous. So give it a try. I think you'll really like it.
Yes,
it's very, very pretty.
Okay, we're going to go on to we have a last chance kit here.
Oh, that's right.
This one is called Olivia Sue. Jared was supposed to do. He was the link because I'll let you hold that up.
Sure.
Because this one is 50% off. And the size is 47 by 65.
And it is a complete.
We have a couple kits left.
There's the back, so just so you can all see the backing, you see the quilting that we did on it.
In this quilt, just like our Fernwa, I hope I'm saying it right.
That's going to be where the I'm going to struggle.
So
right?
they both come with everything you need for the topping and the binding. You do need to get your backing extra. Did you put that up, Carrie? The link for the. Jared, we need.
1 minute.
Of course, the 1 second you walk out in the last year, that's when we needed you. So this is, again, 50% off. And we have a couple of these left.
Yeah, we do. We have just a few left, so grab them while we got it, because this one's going to go. At 50% off, this is going to fly.
And yes, so Jared's providing a link right now because we have to do it a little bit different than our 15% off.
I just posted it, so
Okay.
look over in the comments right now, and you'll see that link right there. It's not under the live sale category just because it causes issues with that sale that we have going on. So click on that link, it'll take you directly to that kit, and you can get it there.
And if you have any problems with that, just give us a call
Yeah.
after. Our phones open up at 10 a.m. our time, so if you are struggling for whatever reason, just give us a call.
Yes.
We'll walk you through it. It's really
Yes,
simple.
Yes. Give us a call is best. Otherwise, you can also
Message,
Right,
you can email
message
us.
us,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll, we'll get your message.
All right.
Absolutely. So I'm going to jump into the lemons because
Oh,
I really like this
the
one.
lemons.
So-
It's going to be lemonade season.
I
soon.
know. And this one is so pretty. I may have to make another apron out of this one. I'm going to make sure I show it in the direction. Here we go. So cute. So we've got these, it's lemons, it's got butterflies, it's got some nice words. It's really pretty. And then there is a bunch of coordinates that go with this
my gosh.
mane.
This is like lemon mania. This one makes me want to have some
Some
lemonade.
lemonade, I know. And look at how cute the gingham is. This one is beautiful. I love the color. What a great accent to put that. And then that blue.
The blue
It is beautiful.
it's the richest blue that I think we have right now. All right. This blue just blends in really, really well. And it kind of has a blueberry splotchy
And
look to it.
that particular one we have in a couple different colors, and we sell that one out like crazy. So here is another one of those border fabrics, and so we grabbed our easy stripe table runner pattern.
We just got those back in.
I know these,
Yeah.
and these fly also. This one is fantastic because it actually within the pattern shows you you can have different styles and different ways to put these together. And it does require a 60-degree ruler and able to make this work when you're using this pattern. You can either get the 8-inch if you want a smaller one, or you can get a 12-inch if you want to make it longer and bigger.
Right.
And so you'll need that pattern, that ruler for this pattern. But
And you can make it as long, well, the basic pattern, that's like the one that's here on the front, as
Yes.
long or short as you want. I believe you can also, maybe that pattern has it where you can make some placemats.
You do,
also.
yes. You can make the placemats. So this pattern itself actually has more than just one pattern. So there's multiple things to choose from. If you go with what it calls for here, it will make a 16 by 44 table runner, but you can just purchase more fabric
Yeah.
and you can make it longer.
Yes, that's all it takes because it's the ends that you're cutting with that 60-degree ruler. In the middle, you just make it as long
And you know
or
what?
short as you want.
I think I'll put this out there. You know what? I'll put it on there just in case, so you know if you're going to go ahead and order some, then you know exactly what you're going to need. It is 1.5 yards of the striped fabric. You're going to need 1 1/3 yards for your backing, and then you will need 1 1/3 yards of the fusible batting. And we carry all of that, so you can take care of that.
And I believe because it's, the way you lay it out is on the width of the fabric, you can make 2 runners.
You can,
Yes.
because there's more striping
Because
on
you're
that.
only using 1/2 of that width.
Exactly,
of
so
that
you can make
42
2.
inches, so you can make 2.
Or make placemats
Or make placemats.
to match your table runner.
Exactly. All right.
So that one is for the lemons. And then we did get in, and we also have some more pre-cuts with this one.
Yes.
This is a new line by Moda. This one is the Sagewood. It's so pretty. And here,
And
You can
that
see
is,
that.
that's one of the supporting. I'm going to grab, they have what looks like 4 different colorways here of the main. It's all the same flower, it's just the background of it is different.
Oh, that's right, yes. This one does
Like-
have several
and
different
of
colorways.
course, I love it because I'm a pink girl. This one has the cream background. And then if Elaine, you can show them the other 2 backgrounds.
So there is,
of the
there's
main.
actually
3.
three.
Yes. Because the supporting fabrics all just come into play.
So here is 2 of that same one. So this one's got a black background. And then here we have more of a teal background. And there's another one, more of the, burgundy.
Yes, burgundy background. A light burgundy. But they all have that flower. And then all of the, when we go into the supporting fabric,
This one's really pretty. This is
that
great.
that one comes in the cream.
Yeah, so this one is the only one. This is the one and only that we have. And
Of that
there-
print,
Of
yes.
this print, yes.
And then this one
The
has
dragonflies.
the dragonflies. Let me get them right side up for you. Again, it comes with a black background or a burgundy background.
Here, I'll grab, oops.
And then the small flowers,
It's,
I think we have them all in.
we have 4 of these ones. So here we have the pink on cream and pink on pink. Really, really
And
pretty.
all these colors go in with, it doesn't matter which mane that you choose, all of these supporting prints match every single one of
They
them.
do, they coordinate
Because-
beautifully.
Each of those main prints have this gold in it, this blue in it, the pink in it, the green in it. They all match in well.
These ones are just so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully I can show this the right way. Are they showing, Jared, or I got it too tipped? Okay. So those are the 3 of this colorway right here. And then there's 2 more.
Yes. This tiny little print. Little prints are very much in the quilting world right now. Seems like we go back and forth between large prints, small prints, large prints.
Well, and have you noticed a lot of the colors are coming back from more of the 80s where it's nice
Yeah.
and bright and neon? So that's kind of fun. So we did bring in the layer cake and the jelly roll of the line. So we do have several of these. And one thing that's always been nice about Moda is they actually give you a chart on the back to how to cut up a layer cake to give you more options. Because sometimes some people are just not sure what to do with them. And there's a lot of options you can do with your layer cakes. And of course, jelly roll. Everybody loves a jelly roll.
And I had to bring this in at the last minute. Inside Out mat. It's just a favorite, all in all in all. And the reason I brought this in because when I saw that lemon fabric,
Yes.
I was like, oh,
That would be perfect.
we have got to get some of that for that. So if you already own the pattern, you can just, buy some fabric. You need 3 of those at 3/4 of a yard, and your little flange in there takes, my glasses are not good
It's a
enough.
third of a
A
yard.
third of a yard.
So 3 pieces at 3/4 and 1 piece at 1/3.
And you can look at our other fabrics. Look online. We have almost all our fabrics are online. You can pick and choose, create your own inside out mat.
And we also have kits already made.
And we have kits made. That's right. And they're
You can go on, yep.
And
see
if
what
they're
kits
not
we have.
part of our live, unfortunately, they're not on sale. But
We do have a lot of kits you can choose from if you're looking for
we
a
have
kit.
kits and we have fabric you can look at to create your own.
And this is one of the one out, just for anybody who doesn't know, because I know a lot of our regulars watch this and know this, but for anybody who's new to us, this particular pattern, if you're looking at the kits that go with this inside out mat, those kits do not contain the pattern.
No.
And the reason for that is because we make a lot of those kits for different seasons, different colors, different styles. And so we don't want you to have to buy the pattern 15 times.
No.
You just have to buy it one time, and then you can keep purchasing kits for all the colors that we put together and all the styles, so you don't end up having 1,000 patterns.
Yeah.
So
And we'll
just want to put that out there.
I'll probably have this lemon one
Yeah,
next week. It's not going to happen this week, is it?
Not
And
what we got going on.
Jared and I will tell you why.
Yeah,
So,
don't go anywhere because we got a good announcement.
Yes. I wanted to show also, we've shown these before, both of these books. These
And
are
we
the
sold
Fabric
out.
Cafe. Yes. We sold out but we have them back.
We're back.
The 5-yard quilt, we choose 5 yards. And 5
1-yard pieces.
Yes. And then also the Make It Home, which is you can make any of these quilts, but you can also, she shows you how to convert them into table runner and placemats. So if you really like the quilt, but don't think you need a quilt right now, look at it as a table runner or placemat, which she shows there on the front of the book. All right, she gets to do the fun one. I turned around and look what she did.
I snatched the elephant. These are so cute. So this is a kit by Shannon. It's already cut and ready to go. All you got to do is sew it together and have some of the polyfill to make it fluffy. But they are so cute. And it comes in 3.
You see, I didn't realize that the pieces were cut.
The pieces are already cut. I mean, we've made some
I
kits.
can see that here.
With the different animals, but this one particularly from Shannon, it is actually already cut, and it comes in 3 different colors.
Yes, I'm going to show you. Oh, I got to show you. It comes with a little birth certificate, or Best Friends Forever birth certificate. And it's certified. You can put whoever the person is that gets the elephant and has adopted, and you can name your elephant.
Almost like the Cabbage Patch dolls
And the
back in the
date.
day.
So I have, this one is in the gray. I can't pull it out because if I pull it out, I'll never
We'll
be
never
able to
shove
get
it
it
back
back in. But this is the gray. I'm trying
Well, the
to
gray was
show.
the one that we have as a sample, so you can see it.
And then there's the pink,
And I love the
very
ears.
sweet pink. And then kind of a beigey brown.
And you know, honestly, I was just thinking about this. If you have an embroidery machine, or if you want to do hand embroidery, you could put the name of who you're giving it to in their ear.
Oh,
You could
how
have-
cute.
You could, and put that on, do that before you attach the ear. You
That
could
would be
embroider
very
something on the
cute.
ears. Because the ears are not stuffed.
How much are these? Are $29.99, brand new, just come in the other day, and
And we sold so many on our
Yes.
on our block of the month last week because
Yes.
the ladies were going bananas
Yeah,
for it.
yes.
And it's so soft and snuggly.
they're cut. The pieces are cut.
I know the
out.
piece is already cut. That was the best part.
That is worth it.
That was the best part. You don't
All
have to
right.
cut any, so no fluff all over your house.
And staying with a little bit of the animal theme, we got back in
These are cute.
our, I'll have you show the colors.
Okay.
These are the scissors. These sold out, boom, we got them in, and boom, they were gone. But they're really good for traveling.
So there's like more of a
And
sky
it's-
color, and then we have pink, black, and white.
And it's a paw that closes and just fits right into the top.
Perfect for your purse. If, you know, how many times have we been somewhere and we needed a pair of little scissors because we've snagged something while we were
And they are
shopping?
yes, and they are short enough for airplane.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts. You can travel with it and not have to worry about throwing it away when you get your TSA check.
Yes.
And then
All right.
last but
I'll
not
let
least, just
you-
the
yeah.
All right. So one last thing that we brought that we have that just came in the other day was more seed packets from Lori Holt. So our Lori Holt fans, we've got the newest seed packets that just came in, and this goes with her Americana line that we also have in stock. So if you love her fabric lines that go with each different packets, we've got it for you. So there they are. They're $8.99 a piece.
And what's the size of the square?
These ones, I want to say, are 16 by 18. I forget. I should have looked before I started talking about it. They don't.
okay.
That's the only thing. I can't read it. I don't have my
say
glasses
on
on me. Does it say there?
Sorry. Is it 28 by 28?
They're big.
Yeah,
So
28 by 28.
28 by 28. So they're huge.
That's like pillow size.
Pretty much. Yeah, you could definitely make a pillow out of it. So that's the Lori Holt ones that we have. These are the seed packets.
Okay, I just wanted to bring these back up. If you do have a particular color, black, white, pink, or
Oh,
teal,
let us know.
Let us know. Just put a little note in there. Let me turn it around so you see the paw prints. So I just wanted to go back over that. And I think Jared's coming over to join me right now. So he can talk about.
You guys finished up?
We are.
Yes, yes. So again, 15% off of anything we showed today. Any questions, call us. Our phone number is right there at the bottom underneath of us. And the phones turn on at 10.
Yep. And don't forget that quilt kit that we have for 50% off. Good
Yes.
price.
All right, Jared's joining me.
All right, so guys, we are super excited because this Saturday is our grand reopening. I know that
Yes.
we've talked about it a lot, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We've put a good
let
amount of
me
work
hold
into
it.
this.
Let me
So-
hold it. Let me hold it.
Ryan, you can hold it.
Because I like to dance with it.
We're going to send
there
you
you go.
outside on the street.
Yes.
Spin that
Right.
sign.
Yes.
There you go. But no, we are having our grand reopening party this Saturday from 10 to 4:30 down in Carson City. Address is on here, 2310 South Carson Street, Suite 7B. Everybody seems to know where Ming's is in Carson City, so it's
Or
in
the train station.
or the train museum. not
Museum.
station.
Yes, museum.
And it's just south of the train museum or in the same lot as Ming's restaurant. So come on down. We're super excited because we're going to have a ton of stuff going on. We've got demo stations going. We've got Carrie on Bernina long arms. We've got people on Baby Lux Surgers. We've got Bernina Surgers. We've got the new 990. We've got the new Radiates. We got demo stations going on. All of these.
The Laura Star.
Laura
Laura
Star.
Star. Wait, did we make that a demo station?
Yes, we did.
Oh, we did. Okay,
Uh-huh.
good.
We
I was like,
did.
Wait a second.
Oh, no.
Is that
Okay, we gotta fix that.
Oh, yeah, because
Oh, no,
that's...
Laura Star. Yeah, we gotta fix that. I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing her name on
Oh,
there.
my goodness. Okay.
So we'll get that fixed up. But we've got demos on everything. So it's going to be super awesome. We're going to be holding, of course, I'm there, so I'm going to be bringing food down.
Yes.
So we'll have food, snacks, some water for you guys as well, too. And then even my wife's coming down to run a cornhole for us. And then my sister's coming down for spin the wheels.
Yes.
So we got all
Yes.
kinds of good stuff.
And we have all
got some
kinds of
fun.
prizes for that.
Yes.
Believe you me, because every time I bring in a tub full of prizes, Elaine says, we need more. We need more. We need more.
I did find another box, just so you know.
All right. Loading up my closet this afternoon.
Oh, what's happening with the first 25?
The first 25 people are going to be getting, Carrie should pop that up just as, I think, I don't know, that spread of, was that one of the first top, that spread picture you sent me, was that
That-
like one of the top 25 bags?
No, that's... No, I
That's
actually have...
prizes in general?
Yeah, I'll have to send you another picture that I
Well,
took
the
with
picture that's up
all the
right
bags.
now is showing a lot of the prizes that we're giving out throughout the day for some other games that we're doing. And then also Elaine and Linda have put together some awesome goodie bags for the first 25 people that comes in. Are husbands viable for that come in?
Well, if it's a couple, I
it
think we're
should
going to
be
have to
one
do
per
just
family.
one. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and some of those bags are valued up to, they're not all equal, but some of them are valued up to
pretty
$100
equal.
Yeah,
for the
they're
stuff that's inside of there.
Right.
So come down. It's going to be awesome. There's one other thing that I forgot that I was going to say.
You remember when you sit down.
Prize, of course.
Oh, yes,
Prize.
yes.
For if you go and do all the demo stations, you get entered to, you can drop that and hide your face. And stop hiding your face, dude.
I wanted to see. I want them to get all the
Right?
information.
The camera's far back enough, it sees us.
Okay.
So grand prize, if you go and do all the demo stations, we got a little passport thing going. So you go to
Yes.
all the demo stations, get
You'll
it
get
stamped
stamped on for every demo station you go to.
and you get entered to win for the grand prizes. So the grand prize is a
a travel sewing.
travel sewing machine that is valued at $800. Giving it away. That's crazy. Second place, you get a $300 gift card to our shop, and third place, you get a $150 gift card to our shop. So
That you can use in Reno, in Carson,
Reno or
or
Carson, yeah.
online.
And you don't have to be
Online.
present for that prize.
No.
You just
you don't
have to
be
do
present.
the...
No, you just have to do it all.
You have
right?
to, you have to do the passport.
Those of you who know Sylvia, she'll be there handing out the passport, and then you'll hand it back
Yeah.
into her.
And if
before
you've
you
done
leave.
shop hops, you know what the passport is. It's just getting
yeah.
those little things.
Yes.
Linda's got some games going. I'm not allowed to call it cakewalk, but it's similar to cakewalk. She's calling it magic carpet.
Carpet. Magic carpet.
So we've got, the bottom line, we've got lots of fun games coming. So come down, come see us, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Come anytime you can if you can't come down at 10 a.m. We'd love to see you.
It's going to be a blast, and the weather's going to be great, so
Yes.
it's going to be so much fun.
This is going to be a nice day.
All right.
Very nice day.
We will see
All
you
right.
there. And we've got Carrie today.
Yes, we got Carrie today.
Doing.
Carrie is giving us a special learning about fabrics. So give us a minute to swap everything over because I've got to set up our camera similar to like what we did last week so we can get some close up for her. So give us a minute, Carrie, if you want to just click
And
your face over
can
there. Swap.
I make one more announcement? Everybody wants to watch next week. Oops,
Oh,
did we
you already
switch?
switched?
That's okay, go over there and do it. Just go over there.
We're back.
Back to me, okay. You want to watch next week? I might be doing, I'm thinking, Jared doesn't know about this yet.
No.
I might be doing,
work.
if it works out next week, if not another week, but I'm going to see.
Got a plan.
I have a plan, and it's called Can We Stump Jared Day.
Alright.
He doesn't know about this, so he just found out about it. So be sure to watch next week. It's going to be fun on a Wednesday morning. How can we stump Jared? All right, now we can switch over to Carrie.
Alright, so
Alright.
Carrie, go ahead and swap that so I'm not
Alright.
staring at my face.
Alright, I'm back now. So while he's getting the cameras ready, I want to share fabrics today. And all the different type of fabrics that we have in our store or that we use in quilting and sewing, and what makes some difference between all the different fabric choices that you have. So hopefully I'm going to shed a little light on why fabrics are different, why quality matters, and just
There's a
help
huge
you
difference
to,
in
yes,
quality.
there's a huge, yeah, so that's the underlying thing. But to begin, I want to start out on the two main different types of fabrics. All cotton fabric is woven, and there's many different types of woven. So when we say woven fabric, we think of like a heavily woven, like a pinstripe toweling, or a loose woven fabrics. But in all honesty, most cotton fabric is woven. And how fabric is made, threads are woven vertically and horizontally. So if you want to pop up my picture now, I think we'll just start. So right here on the left, so fabric is woven vertically and horizontally. So cotton fibers are stretched on a loom vertically, and then more cotton fibers are woven in between those from horizontally from left to right throughout.
So we're talking about the picture on the left right
So
now,
the picture
right?
on the left right
Yeah.
now, yeah. So that is a woven fabric. And the more fibers that you weave, the denser your fabric is, the tighter weave your fabric is, and the higher quality it is.
Is that what they call thread count on bed sheets?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
So thread count refers to how many fibers are woven vertically and horizontally. So if there's 100 fibers stretched vertically and 100 fibers stretched horizontally, that's and this is per square inch, that's 200 threads, 200 thread count. So as a perspective. Per cal is about 250 to 300. Sateen is over 350 thread count. In sewing and in quilting, we don't really refer to as thread count, but we do refer to poplin, cotton lawn, sateen. There's many different names for the cotton fabrics that we use. And cotton lawn is very fine cotton fibers woven together very, very tightly. So a cotton lawn is very sheer and very lightweight. A cotton sateen is very, very tightly woven and a little bit thicker threads woven together, so it's causing a very tight sheen. They're woven so tightly that the top of the fabric actually feels silky. So that is difference. So now, Jared, if you want to help me.
You want the close-up? Or what
Yes,
are you about?
close up.
All right.
Close up for this guy.
There we
So
go.
when you're looking at fabric, so this is actually a linen, and linen is not cotton. It's made from the flax seed. So it's a different fiber altogether, but it's woven just the same. And if I get up really close, you can almost, well, maybe not, almost start to see
Give your phone.
the fibers
You get a
in
flashlight.
that are woven. What makes a quality fabric woven is the evenness of how it's woven. So fabrics that come from not quality stores,
She's grabbing
they're
one.
woven more loosely and unevenly. And that produces a not as structural.
All right, here we go. Let's see if this is any better.
All right.
So I'm going to pull it up closer so you can see. So there we go. So now you
So
can kind of see
almost
how
see, yep.
thick and coarse, right?
Yep, so that's a linen cotton blend, and those are very thick fibers that are woven together. On this one more time, Jared. On this one, this is a cotton lawn. This is very fine fibers woven together, and it's really very sheer. You can kind of see my fingers coming through. It's very thin. You cannot see those fibers because they are just so fine.
This is like sundress material.
Yeah, very, very lightweight. So lawn and poplin are going to be lighter. A linen is going to be heavier. All right, so why does all that matter in quilting and sewing? The way the fibers are woven vertically and horizontally are called grain. There's a straight of grain, basically a lengthwise grain, and a cross grain. So when you're looking at a fabric, let me get my selvage here. So we all know what selvage is. Selvage is the crust of your fabric. It's kind of what's produced when they weave it on a loom. This is your lengthwise grain. So traveling along your selvage is your lengthwise grain. So when I pull on here, this is how it's stretched vertically on the loom. It's stretched very tight. So when I pull on this fabric, there's no stretch to it. The crosswise grain goes perpendicular to that. And when I pull, I want to get on the camera right, there is a stretch on the crosswise grain. So a true quilter knows that the best way to have a square quilt is to cut your borders on the lengthwise grain because there is no stretch. So a lot of quilt patterns talk about the lengthwise grain or when you cut cross grain. So the width of fabric, how we always cut our strips off our fabric, we cut against the cross grain. And borders, or if you want no stretch, you're gonna cut along the selvage line or the lengthwise grain.
So basically kind of what you're talking about is how we're kind of like this accordion on the left here that's accordion through. That's not going to have stretch because we have...
Nope, those do have stretch because they're loosely woven through. The vertical are tight.
Yeah, so if we pull top to bottom, there's no stretch.
Correct.
But if we pull right to left, you're going to have stretch because it allows that ladder won't be allowed to stretch because of the weave of the other strands. Okay.
Okay. So while we have that picture up, so then we have knits, and there's all types of knit fabrics. There's jersey knits, there's double knits, there's your grandma knitted you a sweater knit. Those are completely different than woven fabrics because they are one strand of yarn looped through to create that article of material. So when you're sewing or stretching, you want to make sure you use an appropriate needle when you're sewing through knits, because if you pierce, if your needle is sharp and it cuts through one of those yarns, that whole article can unravel. Where in a woven fabric, there's hundreds of threads woven together. If you pierce through one thread, you may notice, you may not, your whole article is not going to unwind.
So that explanation right there is exactly why you want to use a ballpoint versus a sharp. If you're working with fabric on the left, you want to use a sharp because, like Carrie said, you got hundreds, thousands of those strands going through. So if you break one, it doesn't matter, right? Whereas the ballpoint for the woven on the right, it's just going to move that strand over and allow your thread to go through and make it stitch instead of actually piercing and breaking that.
Correct. So that's why needles are important. Needles are also important because fabrics are made all differently. So they all are woven. So the fibers are all woven together or knitted together. But then there's the process of dyeing or ink stamping the fibers. And that affects the quality also. So
like a batik versus a regular,
correct,
right? Because batiks feel really heavy.
So batik batik is 100% cotton. A batik is not a type of fabric, it's the ink dyeing process. So a true batik is, and I was really, I took a really neat class of this in high school. It was a batik dyeing class, and
They
so
had it in high school?
yeah, my high school had some neat
cool.
stuff. Yeah. So batiks, the true way a batik fabric is made is that it's dyed with a wax resist. So the process for this, they would dye this fabric, this pale yellow color, and then they would get out a wax stamp, and they would stamp all these little chicken coops on here. I want to make sure you guys can see that.
Weather vanes?
The weather vanes, sorry. You can tell I don't come from a farm. So weather vanes, then they get a new tub of dye, so a darker orange and yellow, and they would dye it or dip that fabric with the wax after it dried into that dye, pull it up, wash it in very hot water to release the wax, and then they would do that multiple times depending on how many different colors they wanted to incorporate. So with that process, the wax resist, the dye soaks through to the inside of the fabric. So you can tell that this weather vane is a true batik because it goes from the inside to the outside.
So that's why you have a right side and a wrong side on,
Some
I guess,
fabrics.
regular fabrics, right? Regular quilting fabrics, but
Correct.
batiks are
So,
reversible.
but not all batiks. So look at this one. So this batik is more of a printed or stamp. So a lot of batiks, like if you watch the people in Bali doing, they have big I think they're called tapas or something, but big wooden block stamps. This one is not a true, so they didn't do the wax resist method because the inside of this fabric, the ink is not, it's only on the top layer. So this is a batik fabric, but it's not the traditional wax resist. Now, why are batiks really high quality? Because, well, why not high quality? Most batiks are high quality, and it's because they start with a very tightly woven fabric that is required for that wax resist dyeing process, and then they dye them multiple times, and in that dyeing process they have to wash the batiks in very hot water. So most batiks will never shrink on you because they are pre-shrunk 100 times over, and they're very tightly woven, and with all the ink and dye, the dye that is in them, they become very tightly woven. So you need a very sharp needle when stitching with batiks.
and a little bit larger too, right?
Yes,
Generally?
a little bit larger we have found to be worked. So then there's another process called hand dyed. So this would be a traditional dye. So hand-dyed fabrics can scare people sometimes because of their inconsistency. So this was a woven fabric that they took and they just dumped it into a dye wash and then rinsed it. And so there's very inconsistencies. So even in here, sometimes the wax residual, I don't know if I can get that in this.
Yeah, let me change
In the camera here.
to this one. There you go.
There's like a wax residual that looks like it's dirt or dirty. It's actually just part of the dye. So yes, does that make it not as high quality of a hand dyed than others? Sometimes, but all hand dyeds are going to have inconsistent coloring in them. Okay, now on to my favorite. So there's wovens and yarn dyes. So there's a difference between the two. They look similar. So this is a woven fabric, and these fibers have been dyed before they were woven into the fabric. So there's two different color fibers. So there's a black threads and there's white threads, and they weave them through. So they pre-dye them and then they weave them together. So this is a woven fabric that can be hard to work with because of all these rough threads that come out. So a yarn dye is also referred to this fabric. So this fabric has, you can't really see it in the camera, but it has kind of a purple blue haze glow to it. And that's because the warp So the vertical threads are blue, and then the weft threads, the horizontal threads, are purple. So this is called a yarn dye, woven fabric. So pretty fun fabrics. All right, so
It's crash course in fabrics, eh?
crash course in fabrics. Oh, I still have a few more. Yes,
What's your question?
what's your question, Linda?
I could have asked at the end on my phone. What is the difference between the quality fabrics, or what we call quality fabrics in quilt shops that are a certain price, where you might go to a discount store where they have cottons there also at a much lower price?
So what Linda asked here is basically, what is the difference between a quality fabric and a non-quality fabric? Like at a quilt shop, a general rule of thumb is that you're at a true quilt shop, you're gonna have quality fabrics, right? Whereas I could just talk crap because they're closed now, like Joann's. Whereas the fabric that at Joann's is an extremely low quality. So what's the difference, Carrie?
Lower price point.
And lower price point.
So lower price point fabrics are lower quality because they start with lower quality thread to begin with. So Egyptian cotton is considered a very high quality cotton because it's spun and wound very finely. It's low lint. Then you have I can't think of the other type of cottons, but they're lesser, so they're not as smooth from the grain, so they're not as refined. So a lower price point fabric would start with those less refined fibers, and then they're woven together loosely or uneven. So in the hand quilting world, and it does relate to machine embroidery. So machine embroidery, if you take and you machine embroider a pattern on a very low quality woven fabric, cotton, muslin, and then you use a high quality, you are going to see distortion in the design. And that's because of the quality of the weaving of those fibers together. If they're woven unevenly, when the needle pierces through the fibers, it's gonna fall into an uneven stitch pattern. And in hand quilting, it's very apparent, just I guess because of the straight up and down. So when you're looking, it's very easy to tell the quality of a fabric by touch and by feel. And so what I always do, the first thing I do when I see a fabric is I touch it. If it's scratchy, then I look at it, and if you open it up, most of the time fabrics are just printed, so if you open it up, if you can see, like on this one, Jared, if you can switch to this camera again, if you can see the fibers in there, sometimes you can see them even, or you can just see the unevenness.
So you can just see inconsistency in a low quality fabric.
So let me put that one. So that's a low quality. Wide back fabrics are popular. So this one, as you can see, is very fine, and you can't see the weave in this one. So you can feel and see the difference between quality.
Is there a thread count difference?
So yes, there is. So yes, the wide backs have a very low thread count. And this wide back right here is a sateen. So this has probably double. Has 300, where this is probably 150 thread count.
So, I mean, one thing to talk about real quickly too is it's just wide backs in general. I mean, wide backs, people do love wide backs because you know, they're wide. You don't have to piece together your backing, anything of the sort. But you do get a little bit of a quality decline in those.
And the reason why is because there's not as many wide backs on the market as there is true prints. So most wide backs are solids or basic prints where they're not doing the fancy digital printing or the higher dyeing processes. So they can get away with using a lesser quality fabric to begin with.
But there are, I mean, even the fabric that you have just up there, I
so
mean,
this
that
one
was $29 a yard.
This is very high
whereas
quality.
this one is $19 a yard.
Correct.
So, I mean, grand scheme of things, at 42 inches width versus 108 inches of width, You're getting a ton of fabric.
So the other thing,
it's worth it.
yep, the other thing that affects quality is also how it's printed and the inks and the dyes that they use. So if it's made for high volume marketing, you know, for low price points and high volume, they're going to use dyes that are not color fast, or they're not going to pre-treat the fabrics. So everybody says muslin is terrible fabric. It just shrinks up on you. Muslin is actually a great fabric in my opinion because it's a natural fabric. Yes, it's going to shrink like crazy because it's not pre-treated. It doesn't have the sizing and all the treatments in it that a fabric that needs to go to a printing mill has. So this fabric right here I just brought over just to show. This is a metallic printing on the top. So this is very highly treated and it has kind of a metallic paint on it. So to get this to attach, they have to start with a pretty quality woven fabric to begin with, and then it goes through a numerous amounts of different treatments and ink processes to get this metallic to stitch on. So is it going to be harder to stitch through? Yes, because there's actual paint on top of it's not just dyed, it's actually paint, screen printed or printed on there.
You know, all this just kind of adds up to, like, so often we get people coming in and we're like, well, I was sewing on this yesterday and it was fine. And then I sewed on this today. Like, well, you drastically changed things. You know, you drastically changed your fabric. You changed the thread that you were using. You didn't change your needle. And then sometimes people are wondering, like, well, why? I mean, it was perfect yesterday. And this is where stuff like sewing isn't just cut and dry. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get away with a lot of stuff, but if you really want stuff to really kind of turn out, that's where, you know, your knowledge has to come in. That's where we're for. Come and ask us.
And the age-old question, should we pre-wash fabric before I use them? To me, the ultimate answer is it's personal preference.
Yes.
You know, do you trust the quality of your fabric? Do you know, how are you going to use it? And so, but the answer lies in most fabrics today. If you're buying a quality fabric that you think is a reputable fabric, you don't have to pre-wash it. But could it bleed? Yes, it can bleed. Can it shrink? Yes, it's cotton. It's going to shrink a little bit no matter what. So
it's that yes, but answer.
It's that yes, but. The old-fashioned way is they pre-washed them to get the sizing out, to get all the extra shrinkage before they made it into a garment, and that's because they were sizing it to themselves, most likely.
And the other thing too is back in the day we didn't have print fabric.
True.
It was only dye.
True. Yes. True.
So you had a lot of extra dye that possibly wasn't set, right?
Right. Yeah. And there's new dyes. The new dyes are all color fast, and there's some good dyes out there. Quilters, they don't like to pre-wash because they want that sizing in there. They want the fabric to not stretch on them. Where sewing, garment sewing, you want to feel the stretch of your fabric as you're making the garment. So it really comes down to personal preference and how you're using that fabric. All right.
Does that wrap you up?
I think that wraps me up.
Sounds good. All right. Well, lots and lots of knowledge about fabrics. So bottom line, guys, I mean, we got people all through the store that just have knowledge on everything, right? So just, you know, ask your questions to us, and if I don't know the answer, or if Carrie doesn't know the answer, we'll go find the person that does, right? So lots and lots of knowledge inside of our shops here. We are here to help you guys. So if you have questions, feel free to call us at the phone number below. Otherwise, you can comment on our video, and we will reply to it there as well. But don't forget, guys, those items that Linda and Elaine showed are on sale until tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So if you're sitting on the couch tonight watching this video, click on the link and buy that stuff. It's still on sale. Other than that, we will see all of you guys down in Carson City on Saturday. Anything else to wrap up that I missed? I think that's it. All right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you on Saturday. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.